Hey, good morning. Good morning. And thank you for joining me today. My name is Jay Moore, your healthy accountant. And today's enlightenment series, character, the sixth C of an enlightened life. The sixth C of an enlightened life. This week, we've been talking about the seven C's of an enlightened life. And today is our sixth installment. And we'll be discussing a little bit about this word called character. A little bit about character. So, guys, I'm going to jump right into the word of the day, which is the text of the day. We are in Luke chapter 1, and you can read 26 all the way down to 38. 26 to 38 is the full passage that you can read. But I'm going to summarize this. I'm actually not going to read it all, but I'm going to read a little bit. So at 26, it says, let's see, God sent the angel Gabriel to Nazareth, a little city located in the province of Galilee. Gabriel appeared to Mary, a young virgin engaged to be married to a man named Joseph, whose ancestor was King David. Gabriel, just wanted to make sure my mic was on. Gabriel said to her, "Greetings, Mary. You are highly favored by God." Wow. "May his blessing be with you. You have been selected over all the women in Israel." When she saw Gabriel, she was frightened and confused about what he was saying. She tried to figure it out, but couldn't. Then Gabriel said, "Don't be afraid, Mary. God has been very gracious to you. You will become pregnant and give birth to a son, and you shall call him Jesus. He will be the Son of God and will do great things for the Most High God. And will do great things for the Most High. God will give him the throne of King David, his ancestor. He will rule over all the descendants of Jacob forever, and his reign will never end." Character, guys. Character to the Indian enlightened life. Now, this is a big one, because how is one chosen? How is one chosen to be the mother of God's son? How did she get chosen to be the mother of Jesus, the one that would care for him on this planet? And I'm gonna tell you, that's something that we could only ask for God to choose us for a mission that big, to be the parents that have to rear and teach what it is that we know we must teach that child. Mary had character. Mary and Joseph both had character. And the thing is, Mary's character was so good that you think of everybody that was that was living at that time, all the women that God could have chosen, he chose Mary to carry his son. And he chose Joseph. He chose Joseph to be the father. And here's the thing. Me and my wife was just talking about this story yesterday. So the fact that it was on my mind, the fact that she talked to me about it was specifically so I can talk about it today, which I didn't know. But here's the thing. Imagine, right? You got a girlfriend. If I had a girlfriend and we're supposed to get married and we're engaged. I know my girlfriend's a virgin because I haven't been with her, and we're waiting till we get married. And then she comes to me and she says, "Hey, honey, I've been chosen by God to carry his son, and I'm pregnant." What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I can imagine Joseph did not understand what she was talking about the same way she didn't understand what Gabriel was talking about, because she's like, who are you, and what are you talking about? She was confused. He had to really help her to understand that I'm real. Like, this is real. This is happening. And here it is. They are both put in a situation where people are going to look at them like, wait a second, how did Mary How did Mary get pregnant? If Joseph is saying that he's not the father, how did she get pregnant? And then Joseph has to actually believe that this is true. Now, luckily in the story, Joseph is also enlightened. Joseph also gets a message that helps him to understand, because he didn't understand at first. Joseph actually had to be told, because he was going to have to take Mary and go some other place, so that they would be safe. And so Joseph also had to be spoken to by the angel. But here's the thing, because character is what I want to talk to you about today. See, character is something that people see in you. This is not something that you can say you have. Character is something that someone sees, something that you're already demonstrating. And I'm gonna tell you, growing up in the background of where I came from, there were a lot of liars, cheaters, thieves, all sorts of things in my neighborhood. I saw nothing but drug dealers. I saw nothing but people stealing things. I saw nothing but folks comparing themselves to each other, and because they compared themselves to other people and what they had, then they were always chasing after things, leaving their character behind. And I'm gonna tell you, even though my parents had character. My parents were good parents. They were Christians. They taught me well. They showed me the right life to live. And there was a time in my life where my character sucked. My character was not great. And I'm gonna tell you, just thinking about everything that I've done in my life, things that I'm not proud of. you know I'm not proud of some of the things that I've been a part of, some of the actions that I've actually done, if it was to people, if it was to myself or to my whatever it was. See, character is something that you demonstrate. It's not something that you can actually talk about and say, well, I've got character. Well, you can show me your character by what you do. You can show me your character by how you treat people. You can show me your character by the manner in which you are living your life and how you are doing the things that you do. So character is one of these things that it's not visible. And Mary had character that wasn't visible, but you know what? Someone saw it. God saw that of everybody in this city, everybody living, I'm going to choose that one right there. She has the right character that I'm looking for, that can carry my son, that can teach my son, and that can raise him, because he's going to need some good examples. Even though he's going to have me, even though he's going to have God, but he needed some people to take care of his son, his only son. But here's the thing about that. Every parent, every parent has been chosen by God the same way. If you have children, God decided, you know what, Jay Moore, I'm going to give you two sons. You've got Jared Moore, you got Jacob Moore. I'm going to give you those sons. Those are my sons. And I want you to take care of them. He did the same thing for all of us. See, now, Jesus Christ, the actual Son of God, yeah, it's a little different. But we've all been given these gifts in children. We've all been given it. We have to ask ourselves, am I living the right life that's demonstrating to my children, that's demonstrating to them how they should live 100% of their time? And I'm going to tell you, we're humans. We make a lot of mistakes. And I can guarantee you, even though your child, your kid never saw you do some of the things you did, they got it. It's in them. You passed it on to them. Now, the thing about that seed I've learned is that seed won't grow as much if if you really work hard on your character while they are under your while they are under your control per se. I mean, not really control, but while they're young, see, they have the seeds, the old seeds. It's already in them. But if you change, remember, day one is all about changing. If you realize from day one when your child was born that you were going to live a certain way, and you were going to be better than you ever was, then those seeds won't grow. But if you didn't decide, like I didn't decide early on, I did not make changes to my life early on for my kids to be able to benefit from, then they're going to get some of that old character that Jay had. They're going to get it by default. And so here it is. You've got Mary. She's been chosen to carry the one who would save everybody. She had character. So I'm asking myself today, man, if God chose Mary, she was the only one that was chosen for that particular thing, which I believe is was the top job. That's the top job that anybody could have gotten. That's the top job any woman, any set of parents could have gotten, to raise the Son of God. So now we must look at our character. If God was looking down, could he decide that, hey, you know what? I can use those folk. But which the good thing is, he does that anyway, even with our messed up characters, even when we know we're messed up, and he loves that. He loves when you're messed up, because when you're messed up, he says, man, I can take Jay from being jacked up and I can turn him into something that is unbelievable. I just want Jay to make sure that he tells everybody that how he did it. Jay didn't do it because Jay could do it. No, Jay only did it because he made the change in me. I allowed him in, and then he made the change. I didn't make the change. I'm gonna tell you, see, I can't even tell you about some of the things that I've done in my life. I can't even do it. You know, the things that I've stolen. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I made dumb mistakes. Dumb mistakes. Yes, I've had instance with the law. That's right. Almost jeopardized becoming a CPA prior to doing it because I'd made some dumb bonehead moves. Almost jeopardized that. Like, I'm telling you this, you know, I've had instances, I've been in a jail cell more than once. More than once. I didn't have to do time, but I've been in there. I've spent a weekend. Absolutely. I've spent, a night. I had two instances. A weekend. I had a weekend, and I had a full day. Man, those those were some bad times for me, because when I look back on it, I say, man, that is not a place for a person to live. You should not be in a place like that. And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm being transparent here today, because look, character is everything. I'm still working on my character. I'm still cleaning up the mess that I made, prior to, even in prior businesses when I was in the mortgage business. Dumb bonehead moves, integrity, doing things that you shouldn't do. Everybody was doing it. Everybody basically lied in the real estate mortgage business during the doing the meltdown. When it all melted down and we all look back, we all knew that there was something immoral about what was happening in the real estate business. The programs that they had that they allowed people to get into, you knew that the person couldn't afford it. You knew sometimes the documentation was not real. You knew it, but you still did it. I was a part of that character. See, but now I look back and I say, man, can't do anything like that anymore. I've got to shun stuff like that, because living a life of change, And that's really what enlightenment is. It's a life of change. It's a life of waking up every day knowing that you must change. You must be a different person every single day. And character is one of those things that you can choose. You can choose the type of character that you have. And so I know that's what I've at least been working on, the choice of character. Now who can I emulate? Wow, I can emulate so many people, right? The first I emulate is the one that was born of Mary, Jesus Christ. I want to emulate his life. He's at the top of the list as far as having the right internal compass, being humble, living a life of service. Jesus Christ. And I'm going to tell you that. See, that comes with a price. It doesn't come because it's easy. It's not easy. But you know what? He died for everybody. You know, hey, if I got to struggle, which, struggles come, then I work through it. I find a way using him as my springboard, using him as, you know, the the person that's guiding my life. But see, character, guys, character is the one area of your life that is full of demonstration. It's full of the energy that you pass off. So if your character is off, a person could easily find out about your character. They don't even know. Like they may not always say, man, there's something about that character that's in this guy. They may just, yeah, I'm just not going to work with him, or I'm just not going to work with her. They don't know exactly why, but the character is that thing that's coming out to people. So when you get your character in check, and I'm gonna tell you, this is like I said, this is part of this is probably one of the biggest areas of an enlightened life. Yeah, change is the first thing, and change is constant. But this character thing, choose the character. Guys, as I'm closing this out today, I want you to choose the character that you want. Find the role models. I'm gonna tell you, there's some great role models out here, man. Jesus Christ, right? There's some great role models. Buddha, Deepak Chopra, these are some really good spiritual people. Um, Gandhi, great people. There's a lot of really good character people. In business, you want to find the people that are doing the thing in the character that you would want to do it in. If they don't have the character that you want, you probably shouldn't follow them. But if they are in business and they have the character, you can see the character about them. I'll tell you, there's so many good business people. They are working so hard to help other people have more in their life. They realize that, wow, all I got to do is help more people. Yes, my income goes to 100 million to a billion because I help more people. I'm obsessed with what they want. Jeff Bezos says, learn what the client wants, then learn the skills to serve them. He's his business worth $1 trillion. He's one of the richest men. I think at one point he was the richest man. He'd overtaken Gates. Jeff Bezos. He's obsessed with you as the customer. That's the main thing that they focus on at Amazon. That's high character. To say that we're not just in business to make money here, because they lost money for years. Many years they were losing money. Many years people ridiculed Amazon, talking about how Amazon, it was just like, how can you have this type of business and all you do is lose money? But he was obsessed with the customer. He did whatever he could for the customer to acquire them and to give you what you wanted. Everything that you want. You go now, Amazon is like, let me just go to Amazon. They're obsessed with fast shipping. They're obsessed with the lowest price. They're obsessed with this. And because they're obsessed with it, they've done it. And now everybody goes there. and they continue to get better. Like they can, like every time you look up, it's just getting better. They got more products. They're getting things out faster. Obsessed. See, that starts with someone's character. That company could not have been built without high levels of character and integrity. So guys, as you know, reflect, as you reflect, as you're looking at your change, 2019 is right around the corner. Take a look at your character. Take a look at who you are on the inside. And if that what is on the inside is not fully being lived, then you just gotta make some adjustments. Start focusing in on service. Start focusing in on how you can help another person. Start focusing in on that. The enlightened life says that character will be a part of you long after your words, long after my words are spoken. My character will speak, and one day they will say that Jay Moore, man, he had great character. Today, all I do is focus on how I must be the best version of myself, not the best in the marketplace towards you, but the best version of me. I'm competing with myself to be better than I was yesterday. Fail every single day at something. Today I'll probably fail again at something else, but you know what? I'm going to keep pushing more failures faster, so that when I look up next year, this time, when I look up a year from now, God willing, if I'm still able to do this, I can look back and see that I was operating with the highest levels of integrity, and my character continued to shine through as a person that was of service, that lived the enlightened life, and that showed you how to do it. Guys, I thank you for joining me this morning, this afternoon, whatever time you're checking this out. Today, we spoke about character and how important it is in an enlightened life. And so tomorrow, as we wrap up this series, we'll be speaking about the final phase of the enlightened life, where you must live. You will have to live with courage, because courage is going to be the one area that if you don't have courage, your enlightened life will fall short. But you will have to have courage, and you will have to continue to change in order to basically end up exactly where you are supposed to be, which is in full enlightenment, and then showing another person. That's what I want. I want you to show another person, at least one, how through your life they too can have an enlightened life. That is my focus. If I can show you, and you can show someone else, and then they can show someone else, man, this is going to be a mass movement. So that's what we're working towards, guys. I thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. All right. So before we go, if you or you know someone that's a real estate agent or real estate professional, I would love to talk to them. I would love to talk to them about helping them reduce their taxes, $10,000 to $50,000, maybe more, depending on the level of success you've been having. But I definitely want to help real estate agents to keep more of their money so that they can go out and do the things that they need to do. If it's save for retirement, if it's go out and get more property, if it's, to be able to just have a nest egg. A lot of times I found that, real estate agents, they're doing a great job. They're in service, and they're just not winning financially the way that they want. So that's my mission, to help them to save, reduce their taxes, so that they can actually continue to do what they love doing, which is serving their clients. If you are one, or if you know one, please feel free, share this content with them, or just let them know that there's someone that can help them. So if you did that, let them know that you referred me, and I'll get back to you. Maybe I'll and if they work with me, I'll have something for you. All right, guys, I appreciate you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. God bless you. Take care.